So good afternoon guys. So last class we have seen the same problem, but this we have solved by using the virtual work principle. Okay. Now today the same problem we have. Why I am taking the same problem? Just to show you the difference here. Okay. So today we are going to solve the same problem with the Castigliano's principle. The main difference between these two are, here we are using the partial derivative to see due to the external load as well as due to the imaginary load how much store energy is going to save in the inside the structure due to these external forces as well as the imaginary forces. In this we do two times analysis. Analysis will be done two times here. One for virtual structure, one for virtual structure, another one for the real system. Instead of writing structure, I can write this as system. So here we used to consider unit load as our imaginary force. Okay, so two times we used to do the analysis. So by taking once in the virtual system we used to take one imaginary load as a unit load 1 kilonewton and we used to apply where we want to calculate the difference. So these two methods are both are made to calculate the deformations. Deformations, it may be in terms of displacement, it may be in terms of deflection. Okay, now here only we are going to do one time analysis. The difference is here we are using partial derivative. Okay, so in the theoretical video in the previous class we have studied about theoretically we have studied how to calculate displacement by using Castigliano's principle. Okay, and we have derived an equation that is 1 into delta F is equal to summation of Fi divided by del F, okay, into Fi Li divided by Ei Ai. This is what the equation we have developed to calculate the deflection or displacement of a joint in the truss, okay, by using the Castigliano's principle. So this we have to keep it in mind now. So this equation, like in the previous one we have derived an equation in the virtual work principle to calculate the displacement in the truss. No, in the same way in the Castigliano's principle, this is what the equation we are going to use to calculate the displacement at a point, at a particular point where we want to calculate the deflection or displacement. Okay, so this is what the equation we are going to use to calculate the displacement of a particular joint in a truss. Okay. Now let us see how this Castigliano's principle is going to work. In this they have given the given data as Young's modulus E is equal to 200 GPa and area for all the members they are given as 400 mm square. Okay, and they have told you to calculate displacement at point B. So we have to calculate the displacement at which point? At this point. Okay, in the Castigliano's principle, so in the same problem we have solved by the virtual work principle also. Okay, so same problem I am giving just to show you how it is different from the virtual work principle. Okay, now what you have to do is the first step when the Castigliano's principle will come. Okay, apply imaginary force F at point B. Okay, apply imaginary force F at point B. Now in the real structure, if you see, okay, let me draw this real structure here. One more structure I will take, same structure, where I am going to put the imaginary force. Okay, so like this, again I will take one more diagram like this. Okay, and this is going to be like this. So A, B, C, D, E. Fine. Now where they have told you to calculate the displacement? They have told you to calculate the displacement at point B. Now in the real structure. In the real structure at point B, there is already a real load of 20 kilonewton. Okay. So as per Cauchy-Glanville principle, if they don't give any load here, no need to remove. But here the load is there already. Okay. So what you have to do is remove this 20 kilonewton and remove real load of 20 kilonewton. Because already at point B there is a real load of 20 kilonewton. Okay. Now what I will do, I will remove that 20 kilonewton load and I apply a imaginary force F, which is unknown here. Okay. And also, only where they ask you the displacement, no, only at that point if real load is there, you remove. All other points are there, no, all other joints are there, no, there if the real loads are there, you have to sustain those loads like that only. So here already the real load is there, that is 30 kilonewton. So you keep it 30 kilonewton like this. Okay. Observe both the diagrams now. Okay. This is due to the real load. This structure is due to the real system. And this is virtual system. But in this method, in Cauchy-Glanville's method, we have to analyze only once, because like in virtual work principle, we used to analyze two times, one for the real system, one for the virtual system. But here we are going to analyze only once for this virtual system, and then we are going to apply the partial derivative to see, because of these virtual system as well as because of this real system, how much strain energy is going to store inside the structure by using the partial derivative. That I will show you once we start with the solution. Okay. Now, by taking this system, virtual system, we have to calculate the member forces inside the structure. So in the last video already we have seen what are the member forces. So in this, member forces will be, one will be either it will be axial tension or it will be axial compression. Okay. So inside the structure, due to the application of these external loads, what are the member forces which are developing inside the structure? So for that, what we are using? We are using so calculate, next step is calculate member forces by using method of joint. So again I am going to go little more brief, just because of diploma students, as they have not studied this method of joint. So as per their request, so again we are going to refresh this method of joint here. So method of joint, again you have to consider joint by joint, and you have to calculate the member forces here. Okay. So let us start with what is the first step in the method of joint. You have to assume either all the members are going under tension or members are going under compression. The first assumption we are doing here. So what my assumption is, I am assume all members are going under tension. All members are going under tension. So as I told you, tension means, if say this is the A point, away from the joint is nothing but tension. Say again, towards the joint is nothing but compression. So these are the directions which you have to keep it in mind, so that you will not go wrong in the solution. Okay. So what I will do here, I will just mark in the virtual structure So see, away from the, you consider the joint, don't consider the member, consider the joint, away from the joint, tension, away from the joint, tension. Consider B joint, away from the joint, away from the joint, away, like this, you have to give the, so if I get the wrong, if I get the negative answer, then my assumption will be wrong. So this is what the method of joint I am adopting here, okay. So next step is, now let me consider joint A. Consider joint A. Now you just put a dot here, say this is point A. See towards the point which all members are getting connected with joint A. So member A is connected, you just put a line here, okay. Also the dimensions they have given, so this is 2 meter and this is 1.5 meter, this is also 1.5 meter, okay, so that we can calculate this theta easily. Fine. Now consider this joint, so this will be connected with, so I can give this as force in A. Small a represents the member, F represents the force, okay. Let me consider with joint A, also the member AB is connected, so we can easily F AB. Yes. Now what we want is this theta angle we want. Say this theta angle. So I can easily apply from triangle EAB, okay. You can easily calculate this theta. So tan theta is equal to perpendicular, that is EB by base is what, AB, okay. So it can be written as, so theta is equal to tan inverse of, what is EB value? EB is 2 meter and this is 1.5 meter, okay. So finally we are going to get theta as, therefore theta is equal to, so theta I will get it as 53.13. When you solve this, you will get 53.13 as your answer, okay. So this is what, 53.13 degree. After considering the joint, you have to keep all the equations of equilibrium in the mind. What is that? Summation of Fx, summation of Fy and summation of moment for the single frame, for the single plane. For the single plane, how many equations of equilibrium are there? 3 are there. You try with Fx, if you get answer, okay. You try with Fy, if you get okay. Still if you are not getting, then you go for the movement, you will get the solution. So same here, one by one we have to apply. So at joint A also there is a real load which is acting of, it is 30 kilonewton. There is a real load which is acting at point A is 30 kilonewton, okay. Now let us apply summation of Fx is equal to 0. So all the forces we are resolving to 0, okay, horizontal forces. Now see, this is an inclined force. As I told you, keeping it inclined we cannot analyze. We have to resolve this force once by vertical, once by horizontal. Vertical will be added in your Fy, horizontal will be added in your Fx. Again, to consider Fx and Fy, now see, now this force I will take. How many horizontal forces are there? FAB is there, so this right side positive, left side negative. FAB positive because it is going right hand side. Now you keep your pen here, okay. Now if I resolve this as horizontal, it is going towards the theta, okay. In the last video I have shown towards the theta means it is cos theta, okay. So this will become plus, why? Because it is again going right hand side. Then FAE cos 53.13 degree. Any other horizontal force is there? No. So is equal to, equate it to 0. Now if you see in this AE as well as AB, both are unknown. Okay, in one equation only two unknowns are there, so it is not possible to solve here. So let us keep this equation as equation number 1. Okay, now let us go for the second one, summation of Fy, and let's see whether we are going to get the answer or not. Fy is equal to 0. Summation of Fy is equal to 0. Now you will see this in diagram. How many vertical forces are there? AB is a horizontal force, not considered. 30 kilonewtons there, so always sign convention, downward positive, downward negative, upward positive. Okay, 30 kilonewtons downward, minus 30. FAE, when you make it vertical, you can resolve it vertical. Once we have resolved it as a horizontal, now we have to resolve it as vertical. So it is going away from the theta. Okay, so it is sin theta. So it will be plus FAE sin 53.13 degree is equal to 0. Okay. Now from this equation, what you will get? You will get a value of FAE. FAE is equal to, so I will write direct answer because I already solved this. So I will get FAE is equal to plus 37.5 kilonewton. Means what? The assumption which I have done for the member A is correct because it is in tension. Positive answer means it is in tension. Okay. Now from equation 1. So we have already one equation here. From equation 1, you substitute this FAE value in this, you will get FAB value. So FAB, you will get it as negative answer, that is 22.50. 22.50. We are getting negative answer, means it is in compression. Okay, means the assumptions which I have done initially as AB is going under tension, it is wrong, it is going under compression. This arrow has to be changed. Okay, in the next step. So we have completed with the joint A, let us go with the joint B. Let us consider joint B. Consider joint B. So at B, I'll consider this joint B. Let's see which all members are getting connected with the joint B. Okay. Now BC is connected. So BC is unknown. We are considered as away from the joint. We have assumed with the tension. BE is there. So it can be written as FBC. This can be written as FBE. AB already we have calculated. Okay. AB how much we have got? AB we have got as negative answer, that is compression. So it is, now you can change the direction. It is 22.50 kilonewton. It is in compression, so it is towards the joint. Before it was arrows like this. Okay. So this is what the difference in arrow system. Okay, while giving the tension and compression. Now, after taking which are the members which are connected with this, you go for. So at B, one more force which is connected, that is imaginary force, that is F here, which we have considered in this diagram. Okay. Now same thing, you apply your equations of equilibrium and calculate for the member forces. Okay. Summation of Fx is equal to 0. Which all forces are there? You see. This 22.50, it is in right side direction, it is positive, left it is negative. So 22.50 positive because it is in right hand side direction, plus FBC. Any other horizontal force is there? No, you can keep it to 0. FBC you will get it as minus 22.50 kilonewton. Again you are getting the minus answer, means it is what? Compression. Negative answer we are getting, it is in compression. Now you go for summation of Fy is equal to 0. Check with which all forces are under which all forces are vertical forces. So these two are horizontal force, these two are vertical force. So upward positive, downward negative. FBE positive because it is upward, minus F downward, it is negative, is equal to 0. So FBE is equal to F. Okay, so in the BE, FBE is nothing but it is also F only, positive. Okay. Next, let us go for, so after calculating this, let us go for joint E. So you have to see which all members we have already calculated. This is done, this is done, this is done, this is done. Okay, we are left with what? Only these two forces here. So let us consider the joint which will include both the members here. So consider joint E. So let me consider joint E here. Okay, joint E. Okay, to this joint E, which all members are connected? Let us see. ED is connected. ED. So let me give this name as FED. Okay. Then next, EC is connected. I am taking away from the joint because I have considered these are unknowns, so I am assuming it as tension force. So FEC. Okay, and this angle will be again 53.13 degree only. So if you calculate this theta, so tan theta is equal to 2 divided by 1.5, you will get 53.15 degree. One more member is connected, that is this member FAE. So FAE. So FAE already we have calculated when we consider joint A. So FAE is positive 37.5, means it is in tension only. So away from the joint, 37.5. Okay. So if I take this angle is also 53.13 degree. This angle is also 53.13 degree. Again one more member is connected. It is nothing but positive F. We have got answer in the previous step only. That we have to take here. Okay. Now we have to calculate FED and FEC. Right. Summation of Fx is equal to 0. Which all forces are coming? See, positive, negative. FED right hand side direction positive, FED plus. Then FEC is there. FEC is there. Now I want to make, because these two inclined forces are there here, FAE and FEC. This you have to keep it once vertical, once horizontal. Now we are working with horizontal. So when I keep it like this, it is rotating towards the theta and direction is this side. So this will become plus FEC cos 53.13 degree. Okay. Next, this force is there which is again inclined. You have to make it horizontal. Okay. When you make it horizontal, it is going towards the theta is cos theta. It is in this direction. It is negative. So minus 37.5 cos 53.13. So is equal to 0. So again in this equation, if you see, this and this both are unknown, cannot be solved by this equation, right? So let us keep this equation as equation number 2. Let us keep this equation as equation number 2. Now you go for summation of Fy is equal to 0. Summation of Fy is equal to 0. Now in this is downward force, we are keeping it as negative, upward as positive. Okay, minus F first force. Okay, then this one FAE, when you make it vertical, it is going away from the theta, sin theta. So going downward means negative, that is 37.5 sine of 53.13. So once you go in one equation where you are using cos theta, automatically in the next equation it will come finally sin theta only. Okay, this is what the trick you can use, but still you go with this procedure only, towards the theta and away from the theta, so that you will not go wrong. So 37.5 sin 53.13. This we have resolved as vertical. This also we have to resolve it as vertical. Again it is going downward, negative. FEC sin 53.13 is equal to 0. Okay. Now see here, you have to keep this FEC in terms of f, so that finally when we use the partial derivative, we can eliminate this f and we will get the answer there. Okay. So FEC, you will get it as FEC you will get it as minus 37.50 plus 1.25. So when you solve this full, okay, this FEC you are going to get as minus under root 37.50 plus 1.25 f. Okay. Now take this FEC and substitute in equation number 2 so as to get FED value also. FED also will get it in terms of f only. Okay. So what I will do, so from equation number 2, so substitute this FEC in equation number 2. Okay, from equation 2 you will get it as FED is equal to you will get it as 0.75 f plus 45. 0.75 f plus 45. So now this is also known, this is also known. So all the members are known now. Okay. Now let us make a table. Let us make a table here. So this is the final step which we are going to do now. So we know that equation, we know deformation by Castigliano's principle for truss is given by 1 into delta f. So in the theoretical part already we have proven this in the yesterday's class. Okay, is summation of dou fi divided by dou f into fi di, sorry, fi li divided by ei ai. Okay, so let me make a table by using this equation. So if you keep this equation in the mind, you can easily make the table here. Okay, so how to make this table now? First one, let me take member. Okay, then so I want more space here. Of this. Okay, member, then fi, this is due to the virtual system. This is because of virtual system. Okay, then dou fi divided by dou f, dou fi divided by dou f, dou fi divided by dou f, then fi, this is because of member force is due to real system. Member force is due to real system. This fi is going to, so I will tell you why we have to put in fi, why we have to put f is equal to 20 here, 20 kN. I will tell you in the diagram. Okay, and then next in the table is, it is dou fi divided by dou f into fi li divided by ai. Okay, we have to make this table and we have to take all the values. Already we have calculated all these values, just we have to substitute these all values in this table. Okay. So we have a member AB, BC, CE, ED, AE and BE. AE and B. Okay. And then finally we are going to make it summation. Okay. Now see here, we have already calculated these values, Fi values, by taking the virtual system. Okay, wherein instead of this we have applied F and we have calculated all the member forces there in the virtual system, right? And we have got the solution for AB as minus 22.5, for BC also minus 22.5, then for CE it is minus 37.5 plus 1.25 F, then for ED member it is 0.75 F plus 45, okay, and then 37.5. So these are the member forces which we have got according to the virtual system. This is the real. If you consider the 20 kN, it will become real system. Okay, it will become real system. So these are the values which we have got by the virtual system, where from the real system at point B we have applied the imaginary force F and we have removed this 20 kN, and we have got all the member forces here by using the method of joint. Okay, now what we have to do, due to this virtual system, how much strain energy saved inside the structure, that we are going to do by taking the partial derivative with respect to your force F, that is the imaginary force. Okay, now here Fi is there, this force, whatever the member forces we have got, with respect to this we have to differentiate, partial differentiation we have to do. So when you do differentiation for this, think that this is Fi, this is Fi, this is Fi. So for particular member I, we have denoted as a common alphabet there. So for that we have used A, B, B, C, like this we have calculated the forces. That forces with respect to F we have to differentiate. So it will become 0 because there is no F factor. This will also become 0. Partial differentiation I am doing. So here 37.5 plus 1.25 F will become minus 1.25. Okay, this 0.75 F plus 45 will become 0.75. This will become 0. This will become 1. Okay, now from equation we have got dou Fi divided by dou F already. From the equation, deflection equation, we have already solved this one part of that. Okay, now Fi is there. This is due to the real system. So when I consider the real system, now no need to analyze again, once again by calculating the member forces. Only you have to replace in all this equation, wherever you are going to get this value F, there you have to replace it with real load, that is 20 kN. Okay, now see here, now think that I am calculating, no need to analyze it again like we used to do in the virtual work principle. No, here only what you have to do, remove this again the imaginary force F and again inject your real load 20 kN. Okay, so in this equation wherever you are getting, now see, if I show you with a different color, okay, here one F is there, here one F is there, here one F is there. So wherever F you are getting, no, there you have to substitute that real load 20 kilonewton, so that in this column whatever the forces will come, these are the member forces developed due to the actual structure. Okay, now see here 22.5 alone it is there, so no F, no addition with the your addition or subtraction with your imaginary force, so it retain like that only. Okay, here it is 22.5, retain like that only. Now see in this 37.5 plus, so it is outside, it is minus, so minus 37.5 plus 1.25 into 1.25 into, replace this F with your 20 real load, that is 20. So we will get the answer as minus 62.5 is equal to minus 62.5, because after this bracket there is a negative sign here. Okay, then next is 0.75 into 20. Yes, because 0.75 f is there, so instead of f you inject 20 plus 45. Okay, you will get the answer as 60 kilonewton. 60. Here 37.5, here also 37.5. Here f is there, so here also directly you can write it as 20 kilonewton. Okay, replace this with this. Fine. Now you have to multiply this into. So one more column I have to make here. So one more column I should make. So in the equation there is one more term, that is Li, it is in mm. Then it will come dou Fi divided by dou F into Fi Li divided by Ei Ai. Okay. Now see here. AB is how much? So now we have to calculate AE and EC also. So AE is equal to EC is equal to, we can easily write root of 1.5 square plus 2 square. It is under root of 1.5 square plus 2 square, we will get it as 2.5 meter. So AE is equal to EC is equal to 2.5 meter. This is also 2.5 meter. Okay. So AB is 1500. Then BC is 1500. Then CE is 2500. ED is 1500. Okay. And then AE is 2500. And then AE is 2500. And then BE is 2000. Okay. Now what you have to do is to multiply this into this into this. This equation is that only. If you see this equation, this we have calculated here. Fi is here, Li is here. You keep Ei, Ai constant. At the last we'll substitute that and we'll calculate the answer. So we'll get the final answer here as it is 0. This will also become 0. When you multiply this, you will get answer as 195.31 into 10 raised to 3. 195.31 into 10 raised to 3 divided by Ea. Okay. Then you multiply all these. I am writing here. See, multiply. This into this. This into this. This into this. Okay. Just you have to multiply those things. So next one will come 67.5 into 10 raised to 3. 67.5 into 10 raised to 3 divided by Ea. Okay. Next it will come to 0. Okay, because there is 0 here. And next it will come to 40,000 divided by Ea. 40 into 10 raised to 3 divided by Ea. Okay. So finally, when you add all these things, you will get a summation of all these loads as 302.8 into 10 raised to 3 into 10 raised to 3 divided by Ea. So when you substitute, when you do summation of all these values we have got, we will get 302.8 into 10 raised to 3. Okay. Now you substitute the value of modulus of elasticity and the area of the member, you will get the deflection at point B. You get deflection at point B. You can write the equation again. 1 into delta F is equal to summation of dou Fi divided by dou F into Fi Li divided by Ei Ai. Okay. We know that delta F is equal to, already we have calculated summation of this, how much we have got? 302.8 into 10 raised to 3 divided by Ea. So it can be written as you substitute 0.302.8. If they give EA value, you substitute. If don't give, keep the answer like this only. Into 10 raised to 3 divided by, so I want answer in meter. Okay, so this will become, area is 200 mm square, so if you want in meter square, into 10 raised to minus 6 into 200 GPa, so it will become 200 into 10 raised to 9, giga is 10 raised to 9, so is equal to, finally you are going to get the answer as delta F at B is equal to 3.78 mm as your deflection at point, or a displacement of point B. Okay, that is 3.78 mm. So you go with the virtual method also, same problem I have solved. Answers are not going to change. Okay, methods are different to calculate the deflection. Like we have calculated in the third model also, moment area method we have used, conjugate method, beam method we have used. There also we have calculated so there are different methods. But finally the answers are going to remain same. If you check with the software also, the same answer you are going to get. Okay. Thank you. So this is about the Castigliano's principle. So next we will be solving a virtual work principle for the beam, and again we will compare that with your Castigliano principle, so that the difference will come to know. So how to solve the problems by problems on beams by virtual work principle and Castigliano's principle. Thank you.